Hello, my name is Nicholl, and thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. Today I am talking about NM Enterprise 7 YouTube, and I've been on this channel now since 2008. October 31st, 2008 marks 8 years, and hopefully we're going to have 8 more years. We've been talking about family, business, spirituality, parenting, and relationships. And I will tell you that over the course of my years, I have spent much time reading, writing, interviewing, and talking to people about all sorts of issues, primarily spiritual issues. You see, a lot of people who come to YouTube NM Enterprise 7 are looking for something that will give them some insight as to what is going on spiritually and what they need to do in order to do some things differently. Some people are not interested in this sort of thing. They're not interested in spirituality, faith. They're not interested in anything dealing with wisdom. And so when we come across these individuals, we pray for them as believers, and we trust that God is going to be with them every step of the way, even when they're not thinking about God. I created some books over the years, many of them. If you check the description box, you can see some of them. I also created many blogs to, most of all, help people. And I also did many things as far as helping others in their business endeavors. So if there's something that you want to talk about, if there's something that's on your mind, feel free to reach out. I have a book that I started back in 2007, and that particular book was my testimony in terms of how I came to know Christ. And it was unfortunately having gone through a very difficult situation. Laboring to Love an Abusive Mate. A 21-year-old woman's diary to stay or go. If you haven't seen this book, read it, checked it out, please do. This is a book about domestic violence. A young woman who went through much, and I did. It's in poetic form, and at the time when I wrote the poems, I was in the abusive relationship. Then, years later, I wrote Laboring to Love Myself. And Laboring to Love Myself, in this book, it talks about my struggle to love myself as well as others. Once a person has gone through a traumatic experience, they are never the same. And so when I connected with people, I didn't quite connect with them in the way that I had prior to the abusive experience. And so when you're with someone who has gone through something traumatic, you have to have the patience, you have to have the understanding, the compassion to be able to deal with those many triggers, with the altars that show up, with all sorts of challenges that they may share with you about their experiences, loving people, getting along with people, connecting with folks. So Laboring to Love an Abusive Mate is definitely one book that will help those individuals who are going through some situations and they just don't know how to deal with them. If you look at somebody else's life, a lot of times you get to see where you're going wrong, and then you can make the necessary changes. And then, of course, Laboring to Love Myself. It is a quest to love oneself, even through difficult situations. And if you don't love yourself, you're not going to love others. So these 2 books are available. Please do check the description box. YouTube NM Enterprise 7, we welcome subscribers and we also welcome donations. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen. And as always, to God be the glory.